The Sims is dropping the trailer for the new Enchanted by Nature expansion pack today, and I think we're finally getting fairies. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I'm gonna feel really silly if this trailer comes out and it doesn't have a fairies announcement, but it just feels like there's no way we are not getting fairies in this pack because they've been taunting us with it. They haven't outright said that fairies are coming, but they've been hinting it in every way possible. They've basically done everything but say that fairies are coming, so I feel like this trailer is gonna be the big grand reveal, and we're obviously gonna watch and react to the trailer together. Usually in these videos, we'll watch the trailer through one time in full and kind of get my initial reaction, and then after that, we'll go through frame by frame and pull out stuff that we might have missed. But before we watch the trailer, I want to talk a little bit about my theories for what the pack is going to be. We do know a little bit about this so far, and honestly, we kind of know more about it than we usually do going into an expansion pack reveal trailer. They made this website that updates and changes every day for the past couple of weeks. It looks like they reset it today, but this plant has been growing, there were gnomes appearing in the background, and they had some hints and some information on here. This one's talking about the new world that's coming. It's not really a lot of information, but it tells us the name of the world and that it's got 3 neighborhoods that are nature inspired. And yeah, we probably could have guessed that it would be nature inspired and that it would have 3 neighborhoods because the pack is called Enchanted by Nature and all of the expansion pack worlds have 3 neighborhoods. So it sounds like it's gonna be a quaint town called Innisgreen. It's a beautifully lush world where Sims live in harmony with nature, which I, could have guessed because the pack is called Enchanted by Nature. There are 3 neighborhoods, a quiet waterfront town where they're all about gnomes, a grove where nature and civilization blend together, and an enchanting magical forest. On other days, this teaser mentioned 3 new traits that were coming. They kind of hinted at some sort of apothecary skill. So we do know a few little tidbits of information going into this, but not really that much. I actually think they did a pretty good job of hinting at stuff and teasing us with stuff without revealing too much, because now I feel even more excited about the trailer, but I don't feel like I've been spoiled at all. And they've also kind of helped to set expectations with the pack, because one thing that I am guilty of is maybe getting a little bit too excited and theorizing too much, and then my hopes are way up here and the actual pack is maybe not as I anticipated. Now there are a couple of things that I feel a little weird about going into this trailer. The main one being that I just never expected to get fairies in an expansion pack. I think all of us for years have sort of expected there to be a fairies game pack. We got vampires, werewolves, and spellcasters that way, so fairies being in a game pack just kind of felt like the most logical conclusion. They also don't really have a good track record with occults being in expansion packs. When I think about mermaids and aliens in particular, I just feel like they're not as good as the other occults that came in game packs. The mermaids are a really cool concept that just wasn't executed very well. They are objectively worse than the other occult types because they don't have the skill points and the skill tree. So worst case scenario is fairies get the mermaid treatment and they kind of end up just being normal Sims with wings in the same way that mermaids are normal Sims with tails. I have also seen people worry that the fairies are going to be kind of like the bunnies or the birds from Cottage Living and they'd be stuck in their fairy house. They posted this teaser to announce the trailer a couple weeks ago, and this is obviously a fairy house. It looks very similar to the ones from The Sims 3. So my assumption is that it's going to work the same as the Sims 3 ones. I can see why people would see this and be scared, because it does seem kind of maybe it could be similar to Cottage Living, but I don't think that's the case at all. The Sims 3 had fairies and a real fairy occult type, and they still had these fairy houses and they could just shrink down and go inside of them when they wanted to. They aren't weird little mini not real Sims. So I just can't imagine them making fairies and having them not be real Sims. People want fairies so bad. It's the #1 request from the community, and it has been for years. It would be so stupid of them to not make fairies a real occult type, because they know what people want and they know that we would buy it. Their goal is to make money off of us, and we are offering them up on a silver platter a way to make money off of us. So if it's possible for them to make a fairy pack, I don't see why they wouldn't make a fairy pack. And kind of back on that topic of the pack comparisons, all of my fears are saying it's going to be like Island Living, but I think more realistically this pack is going to be a little bit more like Life and Death. Life and Death being a more recent pack makes it a way more valuable comparison. And you know how Life and Death has a bunch of ghost stuff, but it's not only about ghosts. They're like a major feature of the pack, but it's not the only thing you can do in the pack. They also have the 2 new careers. One of them is active. They've got all the funeral stuff. They have the new graveyard lot type. I'm sort of picturing Enchanted by Nature to be like that, where the fairies are a major part of the pack, but you also don't have to play with fairies to play with the pack. They're also going to have the weird gnome stuff, whatever that is, and like the apothecary skill, whatever that will end up being, and also probably some other things that we don't really know about yet. So I have a good feeling that fairies will be well done in the way that ghosts are well done. And if I'm wrong, then I'm a clown and I'm sorry, but I guess we're gonna find out in a minute. I am a little bit early to this. The trailer doesn't actually come out for 110 minutes, but I wanted to film the intro first because I'm just too excited to wait. But there are a couple of things just from this picture that I want to talk about. Because do you see this really cool chimney? It's kind of like squiggly. I'm also seeing some cool windows back here on the house, a new roof trim, and a new like mossy stone wallpaper texture. That is exactly what I wanted out of the build stuff from this pack. That's like dream material. I want that sort of like overgrown fairy cottage type of vibe as the build style. And we're seeing a very small portion of that so far, but it looks promising. I'm also wondering if these plants that we're seeing, like these are kind of new bushes. I wonder if those are gonna be in debug. And I really like this tree. So I hope we get access to that as well. This, I'm assuming has some gameplay tied to it. It kind of reminds me of those things in Ravenwood that you have to go to finish the tarot card collection. So it's probably some kind of like mystical creature with magic knowledge that we need for some kind of quest in the pack. It kind of looks like his face is made out of leaves. So I guess we'll see in a minute, or well, in 108 minutes. But what I'm gonna do now is go and stream. I'm gonna do like an hour-long waiting room live stream, and then I'm gonna end stream and come back and record my reaction. I don't really want to live stream my reaction because I just feel like I'm not as good at doing it on stream as I am doing it in video. The chat will distract me. So I'm gonna record it offline and then obviously post it here on YouTube, but I gotta pass the time somehow. So I'm gonna go do like a tiny house build or something for a little bit. Okay, I'm back. It's starting. They already have like this countdown on. I just ended stream like literally 2 seconds ago too. I like hit stop streaming, hit start recording, but I'm back and they're showing us, unfortunately, a lot of base game landscaping, which I am not thrilled by. I was really hoping that I would see like more fairy stuff, although maybe it looks like fairy stuff is starting to grow. There's a couple enchanted looking things. It's growing everywhere, and there's this beautiful fairy canopy bed. Back here, there's like some sort of canopy thing as well. Oh, I feel so anxious. Every time before trailers come out, I like get stressed, you know? Look at this! The plants are showing up. This is a new bench. Oh, it's so much base game landscaping though. I really wanted more whimsical stuff like this, and I'm not seeing any flowers. There's a new gnome that has appeared. Some kind of weird plant. That looks like a plant you can actually grow, like with the gardening skill. Another gnome. It starts in 10 seconds. Okay, lock in everybody. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I loved the countdown. That was so cute. Ah. Whoa. It is fairies! Okay, thank God. Oh, I love her hair. Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. We're just in like a boring, bland gray house. I love their hair. Is that indoor plants? Oh, that was cute. Nature nomad aspiration. Oh, look at the world. Look at his outfit. I love the hat. Forage. Oh my God, rags to riches just got so much easier. Ah! She ate the frog! You can just bathe in any water? Oh, you can sleep anywhere too. Stanley Humphrey, your life just got so much worse. I'm not even gonna buy him a bed anymore. Okay, there's also that ailment thing, so she got sick. Look at these little plant stands. If you harvest these ingredients, I will reward you with a cure. Oh, this is like the apothecary stuff. Deliver ingredients to Todd. I like his hair. Oh, look at the wallpaper, the mossy wallpaper. This is exactly what I wanted out of build mode. Oh my god. Oh, and she's making all the remedies to help simoleon fever. Creation impulse ailment. I'm so curious to see how these things work. The ailments feel like a bigger part of the pack than I expected. Oh, here we go. 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 Oh my god, that was so much cooler than I thought it would be. The fairies look really good. When they were flying around tiny, it actually looked like the same sim. Like you could like see that it was the same sim. I feel like I need a second to like process what I just watched. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so glad it's really fairies. Oh, and they like stayed taunting us as well. They waited until, they showed like a little hint of a fairy in the beginning, but they waited until the end to like really show them off. And then they're like, more gameplay, more fairies, June 26th. So that means the second trailer will come out June 26th. We'll get like the big, longer gameplay trailer with like more explanation. This is just the reveal trailer first. I don't even want to get into this part yet. We'll worry about that, the digital content later. The pack comes out on July 10th, so less than a month away. Is the pre-order page open? Oh, sometimes it doesn't work straight away. Oh, that's good. Sometimes it like takes a while for it to load. Embrace nature's wonders in a new expansion pack. Get your first look at what's coming June 12th at 8 a.m. Oh, that just happened. We just watched that first look. Here are the official screenshots. I just want to give some like initial thoughts first, right? Because I think that this is way more living off the landy than I expected. And I love that. You know, that is like exactly how I like to play The Sims. That's like my favorite way to play The Sims. I literally just finished this massive off-the-grid Let's Play that I was doing on YouTube. I make rags to riches videos non-stop where poor Stanley Humphrey has like no bed, no house. I think they had teased the sleeping on the ground already because I feel like I had heard about that one, but I don't think we knew about the bathing in the bodies of water yet. And I didn't know about foraging for food like that yet either. So you really can exist without a house. You can completely live off the land now, which is exactly what I like to see out of a Sims pack. Like this is like dream stuff for me. I knew I was gonna like a lot of the side gameplay from this pack. I knew I wasn't like super mega interested in fairies. Like I'll probably play with fairies a lot when they first come out. I just don't see myself playing with fairies a ton after I've like played through the whole pack, because that's kind of how werewolves was for me. I loved werewolves. I had so much fun playing with werewolves, but I just don't really want to have a werewolf in my house every day, you know? Werewolves are like special occasion gameplay to me, and I think fairies will probably be similar. But the fact there's other stuff in the pack that seems so enticing to me feels really promising. Like for example, it looks like they're taking care of houseplants, like indoor plants, and we don't have that in the game right now. I was wondering what they would do because it seemed like they were gonna try and add more plant stuff, but we already have so much for gardening. So I was kind of like, what else are they gonna add that could be like sufficiently different to make this feel like a justified new pack feature? But indoor plants and her growing houseplants make sense. I wonder if she could take care of like multiple of these, because it looks like this one is maybe in the same kind of pot as this, and also this one too. Maybe even this could be like a house plant. So that's really interesting. I also can see like some cute little fairy house decor outside. They're using some more of that fun landscaping out here, like that cool new bush. This is a very strange looking new floor, or possibly new terrain paint. We've got a new wood floor that's kind of like leafy. There's a leaf rug. We have that beautiful new bed. I'm seeing a new window. This new window is even better with the greenery. And there's this kind of interesting like wallpaper texture. Also, look at this desk, like fully carved out of wood somehow. Not to be like Debbie Downer over here, but I am a little bit nervous about these windows because if the leaves are attached to them, it means the color of the leaf and the flower will change at the same time as the window. And I don't know if I love that, because that means that if I want to have the yellow flowers, I have to have the brown windows, or like if I want to have brown windows, the flowers have to be yellow. And that's just like an issue with the swatch system in The Sims 4, but maybe it's a curtain. It's possible it could be a curtain, because we have a curtain like that from the Blooming Rooms kit, so I don't know. I'm also obsessed with their outfits. Like this is so cute, and like the hair has leaves in it. There's some new tattoos. This picture is fairies! Look at how tiny some of them are. Look at their little tiny forms. I was so nervous about the tiny forms because I guess I was kind of scared they would just look like little glowing blobs when they were in their tiny form and like you wouldn't be able to see them. But you can actually make out the sim and like the full sim form, and you can tell who it is when they're tiny. And there's so much stuff. Like, look at this really cool butterfly outfit, and she's got these really special wings. This one has different wings. I'm obsessed with this flower crown. I didn't even think about flower crowns as being an option. It looks like this one is maybe playing a little bit of a prank on this sim. This one is talking to a new gnome and pleasing it somehow. I don't know. This one is growing something. These two are doing fairy romance. What if there's a new fairy woohoo and they can just woohoo in the sky like ghosts can? That's one of the fairy houses it looks like back there. That's probably one of the functional ones too, that they can actually like go into when they're tiny. I can't tell if this is like a picture or if it's some kind of portal. I feel like maybe it's a closed window with shutters. I don't know. I love the wisteria though. It's beautiful. I can't get over how pretty this sim is. I'm like in awe of like the wings and the crown. I'm amazed. I think those are new teeth too. Fairy sims in glowing costumes celebrate in a magical forest with sparkles, gnomes, and enchanted creatures under glowing trees. The first picture said a sim waters a potted plant in a cozy treehouse room, while two sims play in a pond outside surrounded by lush greenery and flowers. And then this last picture, two sims talk in a cozy potion lab filled with herbs, plants, and magical items while others forage outside in the forest. So this sim is like gardening. We can see some more of their clothes here. This one obviously has some kind of ailment, and this sim is like helping them fix it. I love these new hairs. They're so good. We also have some new apothecary type decor, like this new gallery wall. There's a smaller gallery wall. Behind my face, do you see these two pictures? It looks like maybe this is a new kitchen counter set as well, because doesn't that seem like a rounded counter? I'm like really crossing my fingers. There's a tile that has some butterfly or like moth motifs on it. This must be the apothecary table, kind of like the crystal table or the flower arranging table where it's just like an item that you use for the skill. It looks like that's probably for that. This seems like a counter end piece to me, and this looks like a bookcase door. Do you see that? See how it's like flat against the wall? I think it might be a secret door. I also really love this shelf, how it has like the flowery vines on it. That must be some more indoor plants. I wonder if you grow a lot of the specialty plants for this apothecary skill inside. And like, that's why they have this new stuff indoors. Okay, those are all the, oh wait, new screenshot. A whimsical neighborhood blends city life with magical forest parks, colorful shops, fairy gardens, and sims exploring and gardening outdoors. So we can see more of the town. They have like this really colorful small town by the water. There's like whimsical magic part of town where the fairies probably live. And then there's like countryside part of town. I think that's a good split for this. I like the idea of the fairies having their own neighborhood that way, and they're like in the enchanted forest somehow. I love this swing set. And like there's all these little stands. I wonder what that one sells. It looks like maybe it's gnomes. Gnome related somehow. I mean, probably it's next to a giant gnome statue. Okay, those are all the pictures on this page. This is the fairy garden digital content. Boo. So this is the pre-order bonus stuff. If you buy the pack before August 21st, you'll get 3 extra items. There's like a fancy mushroom lantern, a little leaf pond item, and an extra fairy house. So the game comes with a fairy house. We've already seen it, but there's another one if you buy the pack early enough. That's what I was worried about. I was literally talking on stream about how I was kind of scared that they would do some sort of like bonus fairy house thing and you could only get it if you bought the pack fast enough. I don't like this. I don't like how it leaves people out. I don't really think it's fair. I understand their intentions are to like make us buy it before it goes on sale and like make us buy it quickly, but I just hate that like if you can't afford it right now, then too bad for you. You don't get the extra stuff. And you can never get it again in the future. There's no way to like go back and get it. I don't like that. Never have, never will. The items are cute, but I still don't like the idea of it. Okay, we have some feature list stuff. Oh boy, okay. Life among the trees. Step outside and make yourself at home in nature. With the natural living skill, Sims can meet their needs outdoors without beds or plumbing. Oh, so you need a skill to do it. Oh, that's kind of fun. The natural world has a lot to offer, and Sims can forage to uncover what's hidden. Find everything from crystals to frogs to food. This way of life is perfect for Sims with the new nature nomad aspiration. Sims can even bring the great outdoors inside with new pots for gardening on tables, counters, shelves, and more. And there's 3 new traits: plant lover, mystical, and disruptive, that play a role in how Sims relate to their world. Do you feel nature's mystical pull? Embark on a special journey and become a fairy. Oh, I'm so excited. I feel like we've been speculating about what fairies would do for years. We're like about to find out. Fairies can develop abilities that let them nurture plants, change the moods of others, and a whole lot more. The new Fairy Stories aspiration will have you choosing between harmonious and discordant fairy paths. Create fairy Sims with wondrous wings and make them unique by painting. Oh, you can paint on them. Oh, that makes sense. sense. So the glowing marks on her must be paint. Plus, add whimsical accessories, glowing tattoos, and more. Oh, maybe it's tattoos. I don't know. It glows though. Non-fairy Sims can also have magical fun by using fairy dust to enchant plants, bring gnomes to life, and more. Bring gnomes to life? Interesting. Okay. Prolonged negative emotions cause imbalance, and imbalance can lead to ailments with strange effects. Okay. They aren't always bad, because maybe you like lots of gnomes being at your house, for example. But if you want a cure, you can turn to the new apothecary table and hone your apothecary skill. So there's 2 new skills. There's a cure for every one of the 8 ailments, plus 14 more recipes with other fantastical effects. Okay, so you can make 22 things at this apothecary table. And Sims who enjoy the apothecary skill can become naturopaths, a new 10-level career where you can cure Sims at home. That feels like it's gonna be sort of like a active career, work from home career hybrid thing. You can also take on the elixir enthusiast aspiration. So there's 3 new aspirations in this pack also. 3 traits, 3 aspirations, 2 skills, a new career. Oh, and make sure to watch your luck, which affects everything from cooking well to developing ailments. So there's a new luck feature. That's luck, capital L. I wonder if you have daily luck like you do in some other games. I'm thinking it's like very Stardew Valley with the daily luck thing. Oh, there's another one. Oh my God, I thought that was it. There's one down here. Inniscreen is a beautifully lush green world where Sims live in harmony with nature. There are 3 neighborhoods, a quiet waterfront town called Coast of Admore, where they're all about gnomes, Spruce Dairy Grove, where nature and civilization blend together, and the magical forest of Everdew. From meeting Mother Nature and starting your journey towards fairydom to using the glasswood tree statue to summon Spruce Almighty, spectacular adventures are awaiting. Spruce Almighty? What do you think that is? That must be that thing that they were teasing in the beginning, where there was that like little picture guy on the statue. I guess you can summon Spruce Almighty. Okay, well this is the pre-order page. I'm gonna link this down below. This kind of has like a brief overview, and you can pre-order the pack right now. Personally, I would probably not recommend pre-ordering any Sims packs. There's no benefit to it. You can wait to buy on release day. The exact same thing will happen. Personally, I just think it's better if you're interested to like wait for content, like review content to come out, because that way you can see more of what you're buying. But like, I wouldn't blame you if you bought it today, because like, I probably would. But it is $40, so like proceed with caution, you know? And if you are planning on buying the pack, I would highly recommend that you use somebody's creator code. You don't have to use mine, but at checkout on the EA app, you can just put in a username. It's most often a creator's username, but you can ask them or like find it in their bio probably. But like for me, you would put code lilsimsie at checkout in the promo code box, and then I would get a 5% commission on the pack. Again, I don't want you to pre-order this right now, but because I know a lot of you will, just use somebody's creator code. Please support a creator that you enjoy. It's free for you and they earn money from it. And it also means that EA makes less money from you because they pay it out to a creator instead. So it's a win all around. There is another post though. This is the blog post. This is like the big one. I'm gonna link this down below too. This is gonna have way more information in it. Can you hear that? It sounds like the soft whisper of Mother Nature calling you to a charming new world. Oh, never mind. That's just nature calling from a privy bush. Enchanted by Nature welcomes you to Inniscreen, a beautifully lush and wonderful land where Sims and nature live in perfect or chaotic harmony. What is this? Nature's Call. Oh, I was like, why is it a hyperlink? It's for the Nature's Calling event, the base game event that's starting in a couple weeks. Mother Nature has a very interesting proposition should you choose to accept it. With her guidance, Sims can become the fairy they were destined to be, and once they complete their transformation, they'll have the choice to flutter down 2 very different paths. You could be a harmonious fairy, a benevolent winged helper who wants to aid other living things to find health and balance, or you could be a discordant fairy, a flying mischief maker that enjoys stirring up a little chaos and making everyday life harder for the Sims around them. The fairy path is yours to fly, with wings to match. So fairy abilities. They can nurture plants, manipulate objects, change the moods of others, and more. But what is the more? Because I have been worried that this is going to be too similar to spellcasters. Obviously, spellcasters and fairies are different, but like in terms of gameplay and like their magical abilities, I feel like there's going to be a lot of similarities and crossover. So I want to hear what is new. And they keep saying and more. No, tell me what is more. Be wary of emotional starvation. Rather than living off of food, fairies absorb emotions to survive, either directly from other Sims or from bottled emotion potions. Failure to do so might welcome their untimely demise. Okay, see, that's interesting and different. That's what I want to hear. Okay, they've got an extensive array of wings, skin tones, ears, teeth, teeth, head accessories, glowing tattoos, and more. And fairies can even use their fairy charm to deliver a special woohoo. So there is at least one new woohoo in this pack. Non-fairy Sims can still use fairy dust, and I guess it can enchant plants and bring gnomes to life. Interesting. Okay, so the way they're talking about this, about developing abilities, that makes it sound like there's one of those fairy skill tree things again, kind of like how werewolves and vampires have. And it's probably gonna be sort of like ghosts, where there's like good side, bad side, and maybe like a neutral in the middle, and you can pick what you want to do. That kind of seems like how they're presenting it, and I can't really picture it being done a different way, so that's a good sign. Okay, they've specifically mentioned the words draping ivy. So there better be a bunch more ivy and like wall plants and stuff. This is interesting. So they've mentioned that you can balance moods and discover natural remedies with the apothecary table. We know that. But then it says, seek out Mother Nature, capital M, capital N. So Mother Nature is a pack feature. I don't know what that's gonna be, but it's a pack feature. Become a fairy, become a plant parent, or be a nature nomad and live off the land. We talked a little bit about that earlier, obviously. It's all about balance. Okay, so capital B, balance. Balance is a pack feature. Living in tune with nature is more than playing in dirt and hugging trees. It means respecting the natural world and promoting a balanced coexistence. Sims must become emotionally grounded and find that balance or welcome the chaos. When you start to become imbalanced, life can get harder to navigate. So you might acquire new skills at a slower rate, or our needs might be harder to solve. And if we become very imbalanced, that's when ailments start to show up, like the greeny meanie. And with this ailment, Sims will learn and complete gardening tasks faster than normal. Yay. But they're also constantly angry and prone to outbursts that are off-putting to other nearby Sims. Yikes. And that's just one of many. There's also emotional void, simoleon fever, and sonic sinuses. So there's 8 ailments, they said, right? And I like that. It seems like they might have like pros and cons to getting the ailment. Like, yeah, maybe you can garden fast, but also you're evil. I do feel like the imbalance thing kind of scares me a little bit, because it feels like just one more thing to cause my Sims problems and like one more thing to worry about keeping track of in my regular gameplay. And I'm also kind of scared it's going to be another thing in the Simology panel. But you know what I mean? Like in the default Simology panel, we've got likes and dislikes, we've got preferences, we've got milestones, there's lifestyles, there's your reputation, there's your neighborhood action plans, worry about fears, and it's just like there's so many things going on. This needs like a UI overhaul. There's probably going to be some kind of like balance thing, and it's going to look like the reputation one, and they're going to be like either really balanced or very unbalanced, I bet. And I'm a little bit scared about that becoming annoying long term, but we'll see. It's kind of like how grief in Life and Death, I was really excited about it at first, and then as I played with it more, I was like, okay, now it's actually just getting kind of annoying because all my Sims are always grieving all the time, and it's a bit too much. So are the ailments and the balance going to become a little bit too much? I hope not. Ailments can vanish and moods can improve with cures and elixirs crafted from the new apothecary table. See, I hope there's like an easy way to fix an ailment too. Like if I'm just trying to play like Sims University, I'm not trying to deal with apothecary skill, I'm busy, I've got homework, I hope I can just buy a potion like quickly to fix it. Or if I want a deep dive, I could make it myself. Because I'm good with making it myself, I just might not want it in every save, you know? But there's new special ingredients like the lightning root and the aura blossom that you can find while gardening and foraging. You can follow intricate recipes for treatments with fantastical effects. And if you've got enough practice, you can do the elixir enthusiast aspiration and become a naturopath, which is the new career, that 10-level career profession for you to help cure fellow Sims. Okay, Sims living in Inniscreen may experience good, ordinary, or bad luck. Okay, so it's only people in that world. I think to be affected by luck, you have to be in the new world. But your luck could affect your career, your love life, your cooking, your foraging, and other interactions or tasks. I kind of like that though. Like if you're unlucky, maybe it's more likely to start a fire or something. Oh, and there's 2 luck charms that can be found, purchased, or made, which can modify your Sim's luck for good or bad. Oh, I can make people unlucky forcibly? That's fun. I like the idea of that. Okay, this part is about living off the land. This is the big stuff. Forget modern comforts. This is about embracing a simpler life. From eating freshly caught fish and sleeping in the grass to foraging for apothecary ingredients and summoning a privy bush when nature calls. Oh, So you can like magically summon a bush to pee in if you have a high enough skill. Okay, get this. Try the plant parent life and welcome a collection of new living houseplants inside your humble abode. They're not just decoration. They'll need water, care, and constant companionship. You can even place them on shelves, tables, and floors to transform your home into a tranquil garden sanctuary. That is so cool. Back in the older Sims games, like the first Sims games, if you put a houseplant in your house, you would have to actually water it and take care of it. Nowadays, the plants in the Sims 4 that are inside are just decorative, but there's gonna be some that you have to actually tend to. I love that. That's like a fun hobby for your Sims to have too. Okay, now they're gonna talk about the world a little bit more. They got 4 Simmers to build for this pack: the Cracked Kyber, the Sim Scrolls, Nina Schmidt, and Sandra Pica. I'm gonna link those people down below in case you wanna check out their content. The neighborhoods of Innisfree not only draw on nature and fantasy elements, but they also take inspiration from the architecture and aesthetics of Ireland. That's what a lot of us thought based on the name. I love that. I feel like this must be one of the new builds. This is built by Cracked Kyber. They built the Whistling Thistle Gardens and the Star Song Lounge. Those are community lots. And also 8 Gnome Coast Street. I wonder if this is the lounge. The terrain manipulation to make it up on a hill like this, and like the beautiful new wallpaper and roof textures and stuff. This is pretty. Oh, I think this is the Whistling Thistle Gardens. Now that I think about it. This community garden has been carefully curated over the years to grow all the residents' favorite harvests. Besides socializing and gardening, painting and photography are especially enjoyable here as the light and natural ambiance ignite creativity. So it's a park, this place. And then down here, the Sim Scrolls did 2 residential lots, Gimli Gardensbrook and Puckett Hall, and they created the Gnome Exhibit. The Gnome Exhibit? Okay, so far, that's 6 lots. Look at all of the terrain manipulation on these. Look, it's like on a hill. I love this. These little dormers and like the new columns and spandrels. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about this. These are beautiful. Gimli Gardensbrook is a garden oasis filled with luscious greenery, placing residents on a hill they'll want to die on. What does that mean? Do you think you can die? Is there more than just the one fairy death? They wanted it to feel like it was merging with nature, so it's partially built into a hill. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, look at the tree on this. Nina Schmidt designed 3 residential lots: the Cranamore Residential, Greenwood Hamlet Residence, and Bard Boulevard. This is another roof texture, by the way, and at least 3 new wallpapers on this. It's a quaint home built into one of the largest trees in the forest. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's a really cool lot with the like bridge leading up to it. That makes 9 lots, by the way, total. And Sandra Pica built 3 lots, so there's at least 12 lots in this world, maybe a couple empty ones. Most of the expansion pack worlds come with 12 lots, at least as of recently, but they also usually have a couple that are empty. So I was surprised to see 4 builders, because oftentimes they'll do like 3 builders, make 9 lots, and then have 3 empty ones. I wonder if they have no empty ones this time. I would prefer that personally. We've got Gringles, 1 Maury Shores Road, and 42 Norm Fair Drive. Gringles has been the local hotspot for Sims to enjoy a few drinks after a long day of mixing elixirs. So it's kind of like a cool bar for you to go visit. Look at the plants on the roof. The overgrown feel of the bar is inspired by the way nature flourishes here in Ireland. To be able to bring some real life research to this pack felt surreal. Oh, this is so cool. I am so excited about this. Like, even more excited than I expected to be. I actually think this might be better than if they had done a fairy game pack, because now we get like a magical naturey pack, which I love the idea of, and we get fairies. I was kind of team like they shouldn't have done this, it should have been a game pack, but like maybe it's a good thing. I don't know, we'll have to see when it actually comes out. I don't want to like get my hopes up too high yet, and there are lots of things that I'm still like a little bit wary about, but I've liked all of the recent expansion packs so much, and the community wants this so bad, so I think they're really highly motivated to make fairies and like make the pack the best it can be, because they know how bad we want this, but they also know that there's an opportunity to make a lot of money off of us with this. With how requested it's been, I feel like this is like a cash cow for them, so they want it to succeed, so I feel like hopefully it'll be good. I think now I want to go back and watch the trailer like slowly and point out stuff that I'm noticing, because it all happened so quick. I feel like I missed stuff. Okay, bear with me because I'm gonna pause this like 1 million times, just so you know. Okay, that looks like the house that we just talked about, doesn't it? The one in the tree. And then we have like magical fairy appearing out of it. This looks like some kind of fancy fairy stone. Look at her little tiny wings. Here's some kind of magical plant. That must be one of the new collectibles. And I would guess this probably gets used a lot in recipes, like with the apothecary skill. I hope that these purple flowers are in debug. I'm seeing a lot less less landscaping in this pack than I had hoped there would be. I really had like dreams of this magical, whimsical cottage garden vibe, and it just seems like we're not getting a lot of new plants. We're getting new plants, but not like landscaping type plants. But hopefully debug still comes through. Oh wait, look at her shoes. Those are cute. Okay, we're awake. We're back in like the human world. She's got these really adorable flower earrings, a beautiful new haircut, and she's got like a cute floral hoodie thing. This Sim's got an amazing dress, a nice new sweater. Every single hair I'm seeing, I'm like obsessed with. All of this is boring base game. Everything in here, whatever. This is what we want to see. The stuff in her bedroom. Look at these like branches on the walls. And these are kind of cool because these are like wider, almost like natural wood shelves. And they've got those houseplants on them, some little clutter on them. I'm seeing this cool new column that looks like a natural wood. The bed obviously is new. New houseplant, new houseplant, new houseplant, new houseplant, new houseplant, new houseplant, new houseplant maybe? Here behind my face, there's some kind of cool like bookshelf, or at least like cutesy shelf for us to decorate with. And then she walks this way. We've got a little table here. Really pretty. It's got like kind of a floral texture on the top. And she's growing her houseplant. Also, back up. Look at this chair. I think those windows are just base game. Oh, this mirror has all these plants around it. There's like a little tiny decor. There's a candle, a new book. Here behind my face, amazing new gallery wall. Okay, this is the new nature nomad aspiration. This is the one where they can sleep on the floor. This is what I care about the most, I think, out of everything. Oh, this must be a new houseplant too then. Okay, she's off to go be one with nature. Here's kind of a better look at the downtown. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea which of these lots are actually lots that we can live in, because a lot of these by the water look like the shells that you find, like just those debug shells. I think this one might be a real house, this one might be a real house, and maybe like something back here, but a lot of this stuff in town is probably fake. Oh, this is probably a real house. This thing on this is probably a real lot. I think you can probably come down here to this part of the beach also. I'm picturing like a fishing spot down there or something, which is pretty cute. Oh, look, they're swimming in the water. I didn't even see that the first time. Okay, here we have that gnome statue. I think she's praying to the gnome. And then they're probably selling gnomes here on this little stand. We can see a lot more clothing this way also. Like you can see a really pretty floral skirt. There's kids stuff. And then this is that guy from the trailer that they were showing us. I don't know what she's doing here. Is she like making crafts with the flowers? Like pressing petals or something? Oh, and the kid has little fake fairy wings on. Oh, I didn't notice that either. That's so cute. I think these ones are being messed with by some fairy sims. We're all foraging over here. I love the flowers in the beard. Oh, he just ate a raw fish. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that the first time either. I was so distracted by this that I didn't even realize he ate a fish. Well, if you can eat raw fish now, what a fun challenge this could be. Like a proper living off the land challenge where like you have to only eat food that you forage, you know? I'm gonna have so much fun with this. This is so dangerous. Stanley Humphrey is in danger. Okay, so she foraged a mushroom, sage, and also a frog, and then you can now eat frogs. You could cook the frogs before. There was like one recipe, but you couldn't eat them just like raw. I suppose now you can. I love this cute little new gnome. I've seen at least a couple new gnomes also. Oh, and look at the waterfall. And this is a new swimsuit. I didn't really notice that either. Okay, so you can bathe in the water. Obviously she can sleep on the ground. I guess you need to build your skill to do this, but I'm fine with that. And she woke up with an ailment. Fair enough. You slept on the ground. So like, I don't know what you expected. She's got sonic sinuses. There's a new little community board. I wonder if there's some sort of like community job, sort of like how Horse Ranch has, because I would like that. A lot of the packs have that where you can like do little errands for the townies and stuff. It's kind of a nice way to get to know the townies, and also it's a nice way to like go around the town. So I hope that is the case with this board. Oh, look at the lights on this tree. This Sim's got a cute outfit on. Huge debug landscaping potential right here. Are you seeing this? This must be some kind of plant store. It's probably a rabbit hole or like just a fake stand or something. Or maybe you talk to the Sim and he's a townie. You know how in Cottage Living, there's that guy who you can buy animal clothes from? I bet that's how this is, because you can't go into his house, but he's usually just outside of it and you can talk to him. He's like Michael Bell or something. I bet you just buy flowers from this guy outside. And then this is also probably some sort of apothecary townie. I bet he's kind of like Agnes Crumplebottom, where you can buy stuff from him. Todd Attenberry. And he'll give you quests. See, oh, hi. Sorry, that's my cat. She's very loud. This looks the same as the UI for the Cottage Living quests. So it's just like a different type of quest, but he'll send us on some. And then you have to do things like harvest petals, bottle a moody shrub potion, and then give him the ingredients, and then he'll make you a cure for your ailment. I like that. It seems like fun. But this is what I meant. Like, if I could get ailments by accident when I'm not trying to play with this pack, it's gonna be very disruptive for me to just be like playing my 100 baby challenge and then have to go to Inniscreen and like collect petals so I can stop having an ailment. So I hope that there's an easy way. Maybe there's like a reward potion that you can buy with like the rewards points or something. I don't know, but I hope that there's like a way around this for those of us that might want to like cheat our way out from time to time. Because I'll use it, but I'm worried that I'm not going to always want to use it. Because if this starts affecting me too negatively, I'm going to be mad at it and then not like the pack anymore. So it's like, it can be negative when I want it to be, but hopefully it can be solved. Okay, over here, I wanted to pause on this too, because look at the new wallpaper and like all of these cool new wisteria vines. I love the idea of wisteria. I think this stuff from Cottage Living is a little bit ugly. This stuff is way cuter. This also must be the apothecary table. And then look at this, it's like a mushroom shelf and she's reaching up. She can still water the plant when it's high up. This kind of looks like a fairy house, or maybe it's like some kind of window box thing. There's a smaller mushroom shelf. This is like an outdoor sink, maybe? I don't know what this is. Maybe it's just like a decorative thing. It could be a light, I guess. Maybe they're like magic light up flowers. No, this, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. If this is real, and this is like the shape of a Sims house, I wonder if this is some kind of like new, it's a roof texture, obviously, and then probably some kind of roof trim. But it looks like this is a little bit flatter than I'm used to being able to do. So maybe it's not a roof, but it's like some kind of like decorative piece, kind of like those roof items we got in businesses and hobbies. I don't know, I can't really tell, but I hope it's a real build. The way that so many of us have been making fake hobbit houses for years, and then if we could finally do real ones, that would be so cool. Also, look at this. She's planting a lot of the new plants, the house plants. They're outside in this garden. I keep seeing this. It looks like this is the only new actual piece of landscaping in build mode. There's probably a lot in debug, but this might be the only new bush in build mode. This is kind of a cool new light. There's like some potted plants. These windows are fun. Lots more hanging plant stuff. I just worry, like, I think I'm scared that this is some kind of like front piece and all the wisteria is attached to it. Because doesn't it look a little bit different than this? I can't really tell. Okay, here's her just sleeping on the ground. And then we have some more stuff this way. These are new columns, new foundation texture. There's a new staircase, a bunch of new windows. I really like this, the new spandrel. I think that might be a toilet, but I can't tell. And there's a new fireplace too, swing set. This is like a fancy mirror. That's fun. Is that a clothesline or like some kind of like clothing rack? You can like live half outdoors. That's so cool. Wait, oh, she went in. She went in. I think it's a real house. I think it is real roof pieces. Oh, I hope it's real roof pieces. I really hope it is. Okay, kitchen set confirmed. Those are kitchen cabinets. That is so exciting. This is her giving an ailment. Oh, this is her giving a cure, but look at this Sim's hair. Isn't that cute? Here we can see a fireplace again. Look at this little gnome picture. There's another new rug and a coffee table. These chairs are cute. This bookshelf is nice. I like the idea of the house plants. I love having more plants in this game. That's like one of my biggest problems with packs usually is like the lack of plants. So this is good. Okay, here's that magical tree again. She's harvesting from it. Oh, we've seen a fairy. I think a human sim trying to like look into the fairy house is met very negatively. They were like, get away from us. But look at the fairy coming out. We gotta watch that again. When this part happened in the trailer, I just about started crying. I'm not even kidding. I don't even care about fairies that much. I was like so in awe of it. Watch, watch, watch. Isn't that so cool? And then she grows. And the way her wings were flapping. Look at all of them. Go back. Beautiful new hairs. There's like a new floral beard. All these pretty dresses and outfits. All kinds of new fairy shoes. She has like all these gems attached to her skin. She's gonna turn me into a fairy. And look at, she's got little baby wings because she's just a little baby. It's so cool. It really is so cool. Okay, so we'll see more in the next trailer. It's just like 2 weeks away. I am so curious to hear what you all think about this in the comments. I have a good feeling about this, I think. Way better feeling than I thought I would have. I knew I would like it, but I didn't think I was gonna love it. Now I'm kind of like, okay, this might be for me. This might be a good one. I'm gonna link that pre-order post, the blog post, and also the trailer down below in case you want to go back and watch it again. And if you happen to be new to my channel, I make videos like this for every Sims pack trailer, but I'm also going to probably get early access to this pack in the next few weeks. So you might want to make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube so you don't miss that. I always make a big review video. It's probably going to be like an hour plus long. I'll do a bunch of gameplay videos. I'll build with the pack. I'm going to show you everything. So if that interests you, click that subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching and for making it all the way to the end of the video because I have been yapping about this. There's also definitely stuff in that trailer that I have missed. So if you notice anything that seems like a new pack feature, maybe a base game update type of thing, Cause like, for example, I'm wondering if they changed it so you can slot plants onto roofs now. Cause you couldn't do that before, but they did it in one of the default builds. So that might be a new base game update thing. But if there's anything else like that you're maybe wondering about or think you might have seen, tell us down below. Let's speculate together, because I know a lot of you go frame by frame like I do. So if you've seen anything I missed, tell me. And I think I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. I am so ridiculous sometimes with The Sims. Like, why did I actually kind of start to tear up when they showed me a fairy? I don't even care about fairies that much. I've never cared about occults in this game, really. And they showed me a fairy and I was like getting emotional. I need to get it together. That's ridiculous.